dramas. Normally, I hate talking about them because I like being all comfy in my little space, playing my game all alone without having to see people fighting each other over some meaningless thing. Can we please just enjoy our game? But apparently it came to my knowledge that I may have or may have not released some Love and Deepspace videos, and some Sibanese have also asked me to talk about what is going on around Love and Deepspace recently. And you know, they all ask this question very kindly, and I think I can't say no to people who ask me things very kindly, so here I am talking about the recent Love and Deepspace allegation. But you probably have seen that there was hundreds of videos that were released about the recent Love and Deepspace gooner allegation, and to be honest, they are so good. So you better watch them, because mine will not be as good as theirs. And you will have a lot of point of view. You will have men who are shaming and blaming the Love and Deepspace girlies, who will call it a outrageous gooner game, and you will have some Love and Deepspace players who will say it is absolutely not a gooner game, and you will have boys, men's, girls, Sibanese, who will say that, yeah, I mean, it's a mix of both. And recently we have talked so much about this game, about this gooner allegation, that a lot of people from the fan base, a lot of Love and Deepspace players are now fully embracing this fact that, yes, Love and Deepspace is a gooner game. But what about the people who don't really see this game as a gooner game at first? What about people who are not playing this game for goon? And what about people who are playing this game without any other idea in mind? What about me? Okay, when I say it like this, it sounds very egotistical, but actually, listen to me, please! Greetings! I'm Yasteri, a little VTuber who has made some little videos around Love and Deepspace, who play Love and Deepspace since day one, and while accepting the fact that Love and Deepspace has some gooner aspect, I don't play for it. The thing is, I think I have a different relationship with this game than I have seen recently on YouTube, and I was wondering if I was the only one who had this particular relationship, this point of view. So I am also doing this video to see if I am not alone, or to maybe talk to another part of the players. Now, this is where this video will begin, and we are going to talk about my journey with Love and Deepspace, and about how Love and Deepspace healed my trauma. Oh no, wait, maybe it was a bit too explicit. I will have to beep that out. YouTube, please, YouTube, I didn't say anything. Well, how do you beep that? No! I downloaded Love and Deepspace on the 20th of January 2023, and it was purely out of boredom. I was living in my apartment alone. I didn't have anything else to do. I was bored and I needed something to get out of my boredom. What caught my attention as I was doom scrolling on YouTube, on Instagram, on these type of social media? This new game, Love and Deepspace. And lucky me, at that time, the only advertisement I had was the one for customizing your MC, and at that time I really was into customizing characters, creating characters that can be your persona and not yourself. I was really into that. So when I opened the game, I spent, I think, 3 hours on customization. I was, I think, vaguely aware that it was an otome game designed to have love story in it, but I don't know why I didn't really thought twice about it, and I started playing. And like you, I guess I wasn't a VTuber at that time. I wasn't recording my reaction at that time, because otherwise you would have hated me so much. Because I didn't really get the vibe of Love and Deepspace. At first, I was really avoidant of any relationship that was presented. I didn't like Xavier, I didn't like Zane. Why? Well, because my stupid brain felt that the relationship were too forced, which I know is stupid because this is an otome game, but my brain just forgot that it was supposed to be an otome game, so I was complaining about romance where the main point of the game was literally romance. Yeah, I know, sorry, I was just into my own like customization area. I'm sorry, like why did I stop that? I mean, you're so dumb. And so at first I really didn't get the hype. I was playing just to see my pretty MC do tons of picture with her, and I also really like the combat, and ironically I really like them. And this what caused me to speedrun the entire first chapters of Love and Deepspace just to get to the 3 last combat that you have at the end of every chapters. So that's actually problematic when you know that today I'm doing videos where I react to the main story while I clearly didn't cut what happened in the first few chapters. That's why I have to replay them, by the way. The only love interest that I was pretty comfortable with was Raphael. Why? And I remember this was a complaint that happened in the first few months after the release of the game. It's because we didn't have lots of romance with him. It started as besties, bodyguards. I don't know, I really vibed with this guy. You know that today I am really into him, but at the time I was okay. Look, I even found back screenshots of my first thought was a time where I used to post a lot of things on Instagram. I was posting my whole life in Instagram story, and I even found that back. It's really funny. It's funny to see how different my whole mindset is now. So for me, I was really avoidant of romance, and I was very avoidant of anything that touched the most spicy matter. Because, I mean, I lived things that I wish not of people have lived, but unfortunately some people have lived them. And I am now very uncomfortable with everything that has to do with intimacy, physical contact. At the time, I was very disgusted by romance, by relationships, and I considered myself the most ace person that can ever exist. Little did I know, I think I only was sex repulsed and relationship avoidant. I mean, I don't really know how to label myself anymore, but there was a huge part of my life when, yeah, I was like, Aries, never relationship, never love, I don't care about that, I hate it, don't talk to me about it, this is disgusting. I was so repulsed and disturbed by it that I was unable to interact with men. Men were for me the most horrible creature that can ever exist. I was frightened by them, I was scared, I guess, and now it's better, but even though I'm doing better now, I still feel sometimes when I am in a room with one or more men, I am being hyper vigilant. But now I can have conversation with them. I mean, I have brothers, but my brothers, they don't count. They are like in a species of their own. Like, they are men, but they are the only men I can talk to normally. The other, I was and I am still scared of them. But see, you can already hear that there was a before and an after. And this before and after was possible thanks to Love and Deepspace. Even though I was really avoidant with this game and with all the romantic aspect to it, the more I played the game, and I think the more I interacted, especially with Raphael, I started to understand that, oh, there may be a possibility that a man like that can exist in real life. I don't know if this is called delusion, maybe, but you know, there must be men like that in this world. And so I embraced a bit this saying, it was always men who did things to me and who scared me, but maybe not all men. And this, you know, is something that a lot of people have told me. Friends have told me that, doctors have told me that, psychiatrists have told me that. And it is a thing to have it said to you. It is another thing to experience it through a game. This game, the story, the lore, the interaction, even though some were more okay than the other, even at the time, I gradually, progressively warmed myself to this kindness that came from men. And I know, and I repeat myself that sometimes, that it is a game with the female gaze, and that is very different from gaze with the male gaze, but I can't help but tell myself, maybe, Amy, men can be as good as them. Well, now when I see some of them on the social media being harsh toward people who are playing Love and Deepspace, I am relapsing and telling myself that no, actually men are all bad, but I am doing progress on myself, and I couldn't have done that without Love and Deepspace. And you see, something that made me really laugh was when men, one of the arguments about it being a gooner game is that it can set really high expectation for female, for women. And I'm like, what is high expectation? What do you imply when you say high expectation? Is being kind? Is listening to your partner? Is being open with your feeling too high of expectation? I have 2 little brothers. I am the big sister, I am the oldest one. I am like their second mom. And I have always educated them. I mean, I'm doing my best to give them a good education. They know how to cook, they know how to embrace their feeling, they know how to do the laundry, they know, like, heck, they even know about periods. Like, I saw that apparently the main problem of Love and Deepspace being a gooner game is the period tracker. My brothers are fully aware of what periods here, about mood swings during period, about, like, they even know about contraception, and thanks to me, because I'm such a good sister, they even know about endometriosis and every problem that period can cause. Like, it is not a shame, it is not shameful, it is perfectly normal. I even think that it is mandatory to know that if you want to be a good boyfriend. Maybe I am delusioning myself, but I want them to be reliable partner. I am not training them to be partner, I am training them to be good, decent human being. So I don't see what high expectation is. And a lot of men are being scared by this game and like the unfathomable new romance, new scenarios that can be unlocked in the woman's brain. But maybe because Love and Deepspace is the video game and that video game was mainly a male thing? But I don't know, do men read books? Maybe books are not a mainly sphere enough, but have you read the last young adult / dark romance book that we've got? Honestly, I would prefer playing a video game that has sweet and romantic and respectful relationship depicted in it than to read a book where a man is being very not kind toward their partner and their partner is fooling themselves into thinking this man is good because they show her little crumble of attention when they are torturing her also. I am not thinking about any specific book in mind you. There's something very sweet, very healing that helped me a lot in Love and Deepspace. It helped me to realize that maybe kindness between a man and a woman can exist. I mean, technically I know that there's a lot of couples. You have parents that are here and they are a man and a woman living with each other and enjoying each other company. What I mean is maybe Love and Deepspace made me realize that I can hope for that one day myself. It is not totally delusion though. I think, I don't know, you will tell me, maybe I'm totally delusional and maybe I am not destined to have such a thing, but it made me grow so much more than any therapist made me grow. And for that, I will forever be so thankful to this game. You'll have seen probably that I am still sometimes a bit disturbed by some Love and Deepspace cards, namely the spicy one. And I know it's very funny for me to say that because if you go to my channel, I am reacting, I think I have reacted to some spicy cards, or like I won't say I have only reacted to them, but I am reacting to spicy cards too, but because I know they are the most liked one, and they are the one that can make me scream, but it's always scream of fright. No, I won't say fright, but I am still not super duper warmed up to these scenes. I remember the first spicy card I have reacted to on this channel was the Xavier Missed Invitation one, and it didn't go super well. I mean, I guess it went good for you. For me, it was less good. But now it is funny to see that I am slightly more okay with this topic. Like, we have watched recently Raphael Nightly Rendezvous, and it went well. I was enjoying it, and if you told that to little Amy from a year ago, she would never have believed it. She would have been in shock, freeze, totally in survival instinct, survival mode, and I wouldn't wish her that. I'm quite happy that I was able to make this journey thanks to what you all call now a gooner game. This is so much more to me than that. Like, I'm still very sensitive to some topic. Like, the reaction that I have for Tomorrow Catch 22, I was super duper worried about it, and I've talked to you about it. Of course, I wouldn't explain you why I was so disturbed by it, but let's just say I don't like forceful encounters. We'll call them encounters, or like, yeah, forced encounters, like bondage and so on. That's why, for example, when Silas released, I got very scared, because it was a few months ago, but I was just in the beginning of my healing journey. So when I saw Silas card, the whole BDSM innuendos, I got super duper scared, and I was like, oh no, this game is actually for adults. I am not adult enough. I will take a break, and I took a 2-month break, I guess. That's how hard it was for me. But then I came back, and I just enjoyed the game. I still have troubles, for example, too, with Tender's moment and the whole audios. I tried to react to the Raphael Promise Wildfire. I guess it was okay, because I was mainly in a roleplay mindset when I was not really me. Does that make sense? But yeah, hearing moans and things into my ears are just making me have flashbacks again, so I still have troubles with that. But if you have some sweet audios that are not too explicit, too spicy, maybe I can try to listen to them, so that I can also... This can also something that can be checked in my healing list. I, of course, understand every girlies, every boys, every Seabanies who are playing this Love and Deepspace game only for what they call gooning aspect. I didn't even know what gooning was at first, before like this whole thing came out. I understand you, and I am happy for you that you are finding ways to enjoy this game. I just wanted to talk about my stories, because I hope that I can also be relatable to another side of this lovely community that we have. I also read somewhere that a lot of Aries people weren't that much into that game, who were scared to play that game because of this whole aspect that is very much advertised, that is very much talked about on social medias everywhere. But if you are a little jellyfish like me, a bit insecure about playing this game, I can tell you, you can. You probably don't me to tell you that, but play it, try it. The main story is alright, and then you can watch the cards and go slowly but surely. I don't know if we have on the internet somewhere someone who created a list of cards by spiciness. Does that even exist? Maybe this is a feature we can ask Love and Deepspace developer to add? That can be interesting for people who, for example, who really can't handle such topic now, so that they know which card to avoid. And for others who are only interested in this topic, to know which card to have. Everyone will be happy like that. I think in a few days I will try to react to cards to Stories of Tomorrow Catch 22. I'll see how it goes. I am quite scared, but at the same time it's an AU. But this is part of healing. This is forceful healing. I will slap myself and make myself consume this media to be normal again. Well, this was just a meaningless little rant. But I think it also helped me a bit to talk about this subject, because this is something I had in mind, but I don't really know how to bring it up to you. I guess the recent allegations were handy. If I was able to be, I don't know, relatable to you, I hope I was. I just want to create a comfy space for us all to be, and I mean, I've always seen Love and Deepspace as a comfy place to be. This is really my comfort game now. But I would advise you, if you want this place to be comfy, not to go and look too much into what is said around the game. I mean, I think a good solution to, if you don't really like this allegation, or if you are tired of them, is to just not give all these men, all of these people who are bashing on the game, don't give them too much attention. Like, because they know they are poking at a sensitive and hot topic, and they know they will spark a lot of responses to that. I would advise you, don't hurt yourself more than you are already hurt. No, wait, that was really bad. I shouldn't say it. Just don't hurt yourself and don't go answer them. Don't go try to reason, to make them see reason. Like, it's a whole fire that is burning and it will be quite hard to extinguish it. And maybe some of them are just rage baiting because Love and Deepspace are having way more money than their favorite game, so they are unhappy. Now, this video was pretty weird because I usually don't do videos essay. I'm really bad at doing video essay. I never did them, and I don't have a script right now because I hate script. I feel like they are caging me, but at the same time, when I don't have script, I don't know what to say. I feel like when I will post this video, like minutes after, I will be like, oh wait, I could have talked about that, or wait, I could have worded it way better, or I will be like, wait, what did I even do this video? It was totally useless. But no, it was not useless because I managed to talk about things that I had on my heart. So this is not a bad video for me. Maybe I am thinking about these people who will have this video recommended to you in their pages, and they won't understand who is this crazy little person spouting nonsense. Greetings, that's me. Don't be mean in the comments. I am creating a safe space. It is not for you to ruin it, but I know we won't ruin it. So yeah, I think I just wanted to talk about Love and Deepspace and how important this game is to me, and maybe make some people realize how meaningful a game can be to players, and that sometimes it's not good to be it's not good to be mean. that will be the concluding words. Now, I guess for everything that Love and Deepspace did to me, the concluding word will be, thank you, Love and Deepspace, for healing me.